Alright, so basically, welcome to my video. So basically, I hate the letter Q, and it's kind of offensive, and I'm gonna tell you why. And because it hates fat people, but I don't. But the letter Q is mean to fat people and is degrading and stuff. So, that's what I'm going to talk about in the video. No one really likes the letter Q if you think about it. And firstly, Q is big. Like, I want you to take a second, and with your mind, I want you to close out anything else and close your eyes and just get this image in your head. So, you're on a beach and like the waves are crashing and there's the sun and it's warm and stuff and it's nice and peaceful. And then in the sky, you just start to see the letter Q. And it's big and it's round and it's fat and it's kind of scary. And it's actually kind of offensive to you because you may not be fat, but there are fat people. Fat people do still exist today in our modern world. So um, basically, you could be scared by that because Q looks fat, but it also looks like it has a tail, and that's kind of mean because that's basically saying that fat people are basically the same as monkeys because monkeys have tails, and that's just really not nice. So um, basically, Q is pretty racist and stuff towards fat people, and that let me talk to you about hate crimes. Secondly, hate crimes aren't good from what I've heard and from what I know from my life experiences. So hate crimes aren't actually the best thing to do. Uh, so whenever Q is saying that fat people are like monkeys, then that's a hate crime. And so that means that Q should basically be sentenced to jail. But let's be realistic here. Letters can't go to jail, and we can't stop using letters, but we can replace it and outcast it. So we don't need the letter Q because we can use the sounds of C and K. Like, for example, if we have the word quail, because that one is with Q, we can just use a K. Or with quiet, that's with a K. So we don't really need Q because it's racist and it tells that fat people are basically monkeys. And um, also, another example of Q that we don't need in a word is quick. You've seen the gas stations. You know that they spell it wrong anyways because the gas stations are the only people who actually know the truth, and we have to start believing them. Like quick stop, that's not with a Q. That can be spelled with a K. So basically, Q is a hate crime, and we need to stop using the letter and ignore it and outcast it. And Q is offensive to fat people. And I'm not fat, but I in my mind can imagine that fat people might not be happy. And also, it's just kind of needy because usually in English and maybe other languages, but actually I don't know other languages, so I'll talk about English. Whenever you use a Q, you pretty much always have to use a U with it, and that's just kind of dumb because Q is kind of needy and it doesn't need all of that. Like, stop being a pick me and wanting attention. Just be your own letter and don't be ugly. But it is ugly, and so I'm sure the person that invented the letter Q hates fat people, but Fat people are nice and funny, and they are usually like happy and stuff. So I don't think we should use the letter Q because it's pretty mean. Um, but that's about it. So yeah. Anyways, anyways, thanks for listening, and I hope that you realize your mistake and also subscribe.